Uh, we back. Yes, we are. Well, I guess I learned I can't say certain things. even if I code word it, guess I can't say certain things. That's so funny. That is beyond hilarious. Tyray, welcome to the second stream. Thank you so much for stopping through. Oh, you're sick? Aw. I hope you don't have what Jorge has, because he was sick yesterday too. Hope you guys feel better. I really do, because being sick sucks. Especially in the summer, because like we all know like we're gonna get sick in the winter and the fall, but summer's the worst because you don't feel good and it's hot. I hope you feel better soon, Tyray. Said the AI is watching. You've been sick since last Tuesday? Yo. Did you go to the doctor? You get some medicine and stuff? Ooh, I hope you feel better. That really sucks. I hope you got medicine and I don't even know what's wrong with you, and I'm like, oh, you got some yesterday? Okay. That's good. Yeah, just stay on the medicine and tea. Tea, what else? Oh, really said Tylenol? You got a bunch? Okay, that's good. Soup, ginger ale, all that. I hope you have enough of everything, because being sick is the worst. Said gremlins and who does not. What happens? Yeah, apparently I can't say. I think it's because I showed the comment. I think me saying S-Man was okay. But I also showed the comments. So, like, y'all knew what I was talking about anyways. So, we'll see. Jasmine, what's going on? Welcome to the stream. Oh, you and hubby popped in right at the same time. This is funny. I like how you just like, hey girl, what's going on? Y'all probably right across from each other like last time. What did you miss? So we all know the word I can't say, because, like, my stream gets clipped every time I say it. So I was like, I'm not going to say it. And then I start reading comments that was saying it, and I put it on stream, but I said S-Man. But we knew what it was. It was on stream. And so they clipped me, like, as soon as I showed the comments. They clipped all of it. Oh, and you missed the racist guy that was in here. That was kind of funny, too. Apparently, I'm a big old hybrid monkey. It's like, bruh, I've heard all of it. My whole life. I done heard all the Jew jokes. I done heard all the black jokes. I done heard every black person tell me, nah, you ain't black. What you really mixed with? I guess I'm not black. I guess I'm not white. But both sides hate me. I'm just, what do y'all want from me, bruh? What y'all want? Look, hold on. Oh yeah, Tyray, you missed all that too. Nani? You missed all that too. It's gotten worse since Saints got baptism. Yeah. They working overtime now. Yo. If you only knew, I used to make this joke a lot when I was younger. I was like, I guess half of me hates the other half, huh? Is that how this works? It's so funny. Ooh, you know Jesus was a mud as well. Hey. That's how I know. My God right here. Me and him are like this. Me and him are like this. And you guys know what I just found out? In terms of like my heritage and all that. Because I already knew my dad's side was like Jewish and stuff. But I was always told like all these countries they were from and everything. So I actually did the family tree. I think I started like 2 weeks ago or something. So I've been finding out all this stuff from his side of the family. So apparently I'm Russian. Because like, when we start with his parents and they parents, they all came from Russia. All of them. And they all were Jewish too. So they're all Russian Jews. So apparently I stem from the land of Mother Russia. Where we drink vodka and we eat turnips. I'm trying to do the accents. What's the guy's name? It was American Dad. There's the Russian guy on American Dad. Where he like took over like Steve. He was like, you come over here, your country stole my son and you made him capitalistic scum. Why are you, oh, this is a dad joke. Oh no. You said Ruth was a mobile. She was either grandmother or great-grandmother to King David. Ooh. Now, I didn't know that. I didn't know. See, I said earlier, too, you weren't here, Tyree, but I was like, I love having these streams because y'all be teaching me new stuff all the time. Ooh, if I was going to guess Asian, I've gotten that a lot of times. I usually get Asian or Mexican or Spanish or something of that sort. You couldn't resist. It's okay. You got to hit the dad jokes. Biracial women and light-skinned black women are so fine to me. I'm black and that's my preference, although I've dated other races in my PC days. Oh, really? Like, look, I'm old, but this is my preference right here. Oh, Ruth was a Moabite. Oh, you wrote mobile. My bad. Because I'm like, Ruth was a mobile? Okay, hold on. Is this it right here? This little American Dad clip? I teach you how to be communist from Mother Russia. Your mind must be hard and joyless.
What is this?
Like Russian turnip.
That's a pinwheel.
What is this?
That's Captain Ace.
If you want to win contest, your mind must be hard and joyless, like a Russian turnip.
And then my man just starts eating it. No, we build rocket ship ourselves with our hands, and we use wood, and we use hammer and nails. I'm enjoying this way too much. There's another clip where Roger pretended to be like a Russian wrestler, and he came in the ring and he was just like, it's Krachlikmiov, Dmitry Krachlikmiov. Okay, I was stop. When I tell y'all, I've been having so much fun with all the Russian nonsense since finding that out. And my husband's like, I would have never guessed in a million years you were Russian. And I was like, it's awesome. I was like, it can explain so much now. I was like, minus the alcohol though, because I ain't never liked alcohol, so I don't know where that came from in the slightest. Hold on, I gotta show y'all this too, because once I found out I was Russian, I found out something called rest ball, which is wrestling mixed with basketball, and I promise you, I was like, this is the most amazing thing I've seen in my life. I showed it to my husband, and he was like, this is just... He was like, this is the most dangerous thing for like no reason. And I was like, because in Russia, we do everything with our hands. We wrestle bears and we... Let me stop. Saying it's racist jokes from every side. The Jews, the blacks, the Europeans, the Russians. Russia is in Asia, so technically, yeah. I mean, hey, you kind of right. You technically right. That's right. You kind of right. Michelle gonna whip out the Yiddish next. Oive! It's funny. It's funny you say that. My grandparents and great and all that, that was their language. I found that out too. And I was like, oh, I gotta start making some Yiddish jokes. You see that Russian training regiment with the dudes in the bear doing pull-ups and push-ups? Yeah, I saw it. Once again, unnecessarily crazy for no reason, but that is just what we do in Russia. That's how we train. That is what we do in our environment. Russia dangerous. Sang the great Russian hunter. In Fortnite, that's me. That's gonna be my title. Okay, hold on. I gotta show y'all this. Cause there's a part, dude gets body slammed out of nowhere. And I'm like, why? Why is this a thing?
Снаряд. И вот, кстати...
Watch this. Watch this. This dude on this side of the screen where the mouse is. Mans took his shirt off. And he's about to just body slam this guy for no reason.
Мы сейчас и видели этого самого рестлера.
Mazeltov!
44-й номер, если я правильно увидел.
I know what Mazeltov means. Why? Why did they do this? Literally, what is the point of this when playing basketball? He took his shirt off, and he grabs the guy, and he's like, get out of here. Like, what was the point of that? I saw all of this after finding out I was Russian, and I was like, this sport is amazing. Over the top for no reason, but amazing. I love it. Saying, do you like potatoes? Because vodka is just post-potato. Haley, I love potatoes. I love it. I just can't stand vodka. To be fair, I can't stand drinking, period. It's something about the taste of alcohol. I don't know. I've just never liked it. Just like when I was a kid and I remember tasting cigarettes for the first time, I was like, nah, this not for me. I was like, you ain't ever gonna have to worry about me putting a cigarette in my mouth because this is disgusting. Elimination game? No, that's... KF, that was a regular game. That was just a regular season game. That we ain't talking about finals, playoffs. It was just a regular game. Why do that with potatoes? I don't know. See, Tare, I don't understand alcohol. I don't know why they do that. But all right, we can get into the video that YouTube just was like, nah, you ain't watching this. We saw what you said. Cigarettes, you can't taste your food well, I heard. See, if that's truly a thing, I couldn't do it anyway. I love food too much. All I be thinking about, so I told you I want to do the cooking show. I'm going to start doing that like mid-August. So up until now, I'm basically doing test kitchen, right? So I'm figuring out certain recipes because that's what my episodes is going to be based off of. And then I'm going to start filming. But I'm smart because the day I get my hair done, usually within like the first 2 or 3 days, it doesn't start puffing up and stuff. So like it looks fresh and nice. That's when I'm filming them episodes. And that's just what it's going to be over like a period of time. So yeah, that's everything right now is test kitchen. Like I literally woke up yesterday. When did I wake up? I woke up at like 5 something in the morning. And I was thinking of a sandwich recipe because I had saw something before I went to sleep that involved, it was from Belgium. They make this sauce to eat with French fries and bratwurst. And I'm just like, what if I use this sauce on a sandwich? And then I just started thinking of a sandwich at like 5 in the morning. So that's the type of stuff I be randomly doing. Okay, I found my sport thanks to your heritage. Ayy. I told you. It's a cool sport. It's extremely over the top for no reason, but it's a cool sport. Wife school? No. I wouldn't call it wife school. It's basically cooking and how to keep a house and stuff, but I wouldn't call that wife school. I guess it could benefit a woman if she's looking to do that, I guess. That's not what I had in mind, though. That dude is wearing his face on his chest. Oh, snap, he is. Y'all see this? That's him. And it says I wonder if that was purposeful. I wonder if he realizes what he's doing. All right, let's start the video.
Message from Donald Trump? Yes, sir. Let's do it.
Hey, happy birthday, Donald Trump, man. Happy birthday, bro. You feel me?
Why don't you like Donald Trump?
Me? Nah.
He doesn't like black people?
Hold on. It says, are you going to start an American league? I think Americans are too soft. However, the closest we would ever get to anything close like that, if y'all know what slam ball is, that's actually coming back this summer. Slam ball is awesome. That's probably going to be the closest we ever get. They're never allowing that in America. All right, I'm going to go back just a smidge because she says something crazy. Hold on.
Man, happy birthday, bro. You feel me?
Why don't you like Donald Trump?
Because he doesn't like black people.
He doesn't like black people? I don't know if you can create a strong argument in favor of that. But what would...
You see, my man didn't say anything. He's just like, ooh, Shawty stupid. Why she say that?
your strong argument be? Because it's you saying it, so you got to prove it to me.
Oh, man. I can't.
Okay. What's going on, everyone? James Klug.
Jasmine said, I just wanted to say I love my husband so much. Believe me, this is me. Aww. Y'all just, look at y'all, just being such a cute couple in the chat. Y'all just bringing all the cuteness on the stream. So when we gonna have him on the podcast, just do a show and be like, sir, let's talk about how to be like a godly man in the relationship. Haley, now why are you hating? Like, what's Haley just like, it's too much black. Or that could have been for the Trump comment, because that was kind of bad timing. Definitely not me when she gets I'm thinking, wait a minute. Look at this. This said, believe me, this is me. I did not know why that was there. I'm like, maybe I missed a comment or something, and they was talking to people in chat. This man, like, that definitely was not me when she grabbed water. Well played, sir. Well played.
Here, it is that time of the year again. Flag Day, June 14th, is President Donald J. Trump's birthday. So today we're in Huntington Beach, California, and we're going to see if people have a birthday message for him. Let's go talk to some people.
Oh, y'all funny. Oh, man. We just came back and just made the stream even better.
Huge shout out to our friends over at Allegiance Gold.
YouTube
for
ain't
sponsoring this
stopping
video.
me.
June 14th is Flag Day, and it's also Donald Trump's birthday. What's your birthday message for him?
For Donald Trump?
Yes, sir.
Let's do it.
Donald Trump, we love you. We are from Chicago, and you can do it, man.
What's your birthday message to him?
Tell him I said happy birthday to the best president out there.
Drop dead.
Hey. Whoa. Oh, hey, yikes. Yo, ma'am. What you mean? What you mean by that? Also, what are you wearing?
I said happy birthday to the best president out there.
Drop dead.
Oh, she just had on the average outfit.
Trump?
Yes.
Dump Trump.
What's your birthday message, though? Is that your birthday message?
I can't say it.
Make America great again. Donald Trump, happy birthday.
You guys want to hop in?
Yeah, make America great again. Make America godly again. Yes, sir.
My boy, happy birthday, Donald Trump, man. Happy birthday, bro. You feel me?
What's my get a job?
Get a job?
Criminal.
Criminal?
I don't know. It's hard to say.
You still
Whoa, wait a minute. Hey, my guy, time out. Wait a minute. You said F him, get a job. He has one, mind you, and then said he's a criminal. And then it was like, I don't know. He repeated everything he heard from the news. He repeated every last line and was like, I don't really know. I just do as I'm told. I'm a obedient NPC. That's all that is.
Still saying that after the Russia hoax?
Please, man, I know you guys.
Okay, so get a job as the next president of the United States or no?
No comment.
That would be a job though, right?
It would be.
Oh.
We'd be paying for it.
You have the same birthday as Donald Trump.
I do.
Do you have a...
Oh, that's a good point. Why would you want a criminal to be gainfully employed? Exactly, because they want criminals in jail, right? Billionaires don't need to work at Wendy's because they'll own the Wendy's. They're probably like BlackRock in it.
Did you know that before?
Yeah.
You knew that?
I did.
Do you have a message?
Flag Day.
It is also Flag Day.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got a professional here. Do you have a birthday message for Donald Trump?
Happy birthday, twin. Gemini gang.
Right on. And happy birthday to you as well.
Thank you. What's his favorite person?
That's my...
Is it?
So
Yes.
if you want to hear, that's his favorite
I
person.
love Donald Trump.
He stayed.
Hey, you saw homeboy that was with that girl? Cause soon as she started talking reckless, I told you when he looked aside, he like, hey yo, why Shorty saying that? Why is she doing that right now? Why is she doing that? Is there a white rock? Come on, John, that's racist. That's racist. Don't you want black people to have anything? It's Black Rock. Come on now. There probably is a white rock. It's just not on a high level as the black version.
Stays strong, stays positive. The country is backing him up. All of us patriots are. Yeah.
How do you feel about how things are going with Joe Biden right now? How do you feel about, the direction of the country?
He's a complete failure.
How do you feel about Joe Biden? You like him better, huh?
No. We're doomed. We're doomed.
Well, this guy equally hates everybody. He don't like Biden either.
We're doomed, man.
Yeah, it's embarrassing to watch him. This now his third time falling.
Like a puppet show with him behind the scenes. It's like a whole puppet show. There's all the clown stuff going on.
What does he have, like dementia or something? No, for real. I'm being serious. He doing the best he can, but he, not everybody is that straight in the mind what he trying to do, but.
What's your birthday message to him?
Happy birthday.
Right on. Are you going to vote for him in 24?
Yep.
Over Joe Biden?
Of course.
How do you feel about how things are going right now?
Come on. It's horrible.
I don't have one.
Okay.
I don't like him.
You don't like him? Do you like Joe Biden?
No.
No. None? Are you guys happy with how things are going under Joe Biden?
No.
Whatever.
How do you feel about how things are?
I like how all the Trump people that don't like Trump also don't like Biden. So it's like, well, what do you guys want? What do you want? Hey, Brown Rock for life. Latinos representa. That was probably all racist, but like, I don't know. I don't know any other accents. This guy right here, he looks Latino. He probably like out in the crib. He probably got the lowrider with the Modelo, like staying home. Like, all right, just went super racist.
You're going under Joe Biden. Do you like Joe Biden?
I feel like I went more George Lopez than anything with that.
Hey,
everything's screwed up.
Hey, guys, don't get offended or nothing, okay? Politics are for white people. I'm sorry, man. We don't even give a.
I love the man naturally. I just love his energy.
How about you? Do you like Donald Trump as much as him?
I'm glad you got sense of humor.
Why don't you like Donald Trump?
Because he doesn't like black people.
He doesn't like black people?
No.
Who says that?
Everybody.
Everybody doesn't say that.
He said it. Like
No, he didn't.
Oh, you guys like him too. Oh, you guys all three like him.
I'm gonna go off of what the facts are, and that's simply it. That, whether you're left or right, I don't know if you can create a strong argument in favor of that. But what would your strong argument be? Because it's you saying it, so you gotta prove it to me.
Oh man, I can't.
Right.
Like honestly, Donald Trump had
just
he
saying
had
whatever
points when it came
mainstream
down to
media
our economy,
says.
when it came down to business wise, that's what he was good at. Everything else I wouldn't agree with him, but as far as business wise, he was a real business type of person. When it comes to our economy and stuff, he was trying to help us grow better as American as the people. He was trying to make us stronger than what we are now. Because I feel like we're falling apart right now. You know what I'm saying? The dollar is dropping. So everybody know, go get gold and silver.
There you go. That's actually a good time to roll in the sponsor of the video.
I mean, to be fair, gold and silver ain't even gonna be worth nothing anymore either, because they're going digital. Like, it's not even gonna be a point in having that in a little bit, honestly. It's unfortunate, but that's the path we are going, unfortunately. He took the black pill. I'm noticing which ones are on which sides and which, like, pill ideologies as well.
He believed that God creates everybody. We're all one human. You know, it doesn't matter if you're white, black, or pink, or yellow. As long as you came from God, we all one. And that's what the man is saying. And the man is a strong man. Like, people don't want this man to say the truth.
Hey, I hope we aren't here. Boy, I can't wait. When I tell you, if we already gone and where the rapture hits and they start lifting us up and all that, ooh, I'll be looking down at everybody and be like, I tried to tell you, while just waving. It's like, you should have listened. No, saying gold and silver will be worth more because it will be based off gold and silver. Do you think so? We will see. We will see, because right now it's supposed to be a backing to the dollar, but the dollar's so crap. Cryptos are real currency because they will be backed by gold. But that's not what they're backed by now, though. It's all just like digital nonsense. Anybody can make like crypto. I mean, maybe that's where, I don't know if that's where the government's trying to take it. I know the government's trying to go digital, which is going to make paper obsolete anyways. And then, I don't know if you guys heard, but there's a, I saw the video earlier today. They were talking to Janet, what's her last name? Toolin or something, or Tooler, whatever her last name is. They were basically asking her questions. They were like, what do you guys plan to do? Because they have, they have intel that China is basically gonna dump like all of their American dollars, right? And there's like 800 and something billion of that. She didn't have an answer for it, and they were just like, we urge you to start finding a backup for that because we have intel that this is a possibility that this is going to be happening. So it's our dollars, because they're already, BRICS is happening. They're already like, you have all these countries coming together where they don't even want to use us anymore because of Biden. Biden's horrible. That's stuff we have to like fix. Crypto is the processing of mining prime numbers. Yeah, but it, like, I agree, but it's not backed by gold. I've never heard it backed by gold. Depends on which digital, XRP and a few other are legit. Bitcoin is garbage. Yo, you're crazy if you think Bitcoin is garbage. Bitcoin is like the originator, one of like the OGs. As that goes up, that's where you're getting your money for. Because it ain't like Bitcoin's new. This has been out for like decades. None of this is like new. It's like, I guess to mainstream it's new, but to like, if you've been in it. Paper money will litter the streets like discarded newspapers and hamburger wrappers all over the subway rails. You're not that far off. I think it's like somewhere in South America, there's a country that happened to their currency. Where like every time it fails, it just ends up being worthless garbage in the street, and then they have to print something new, and then that fails. And they just keep printing. Every time they print new paper, the old ones just, like you said, it literally ends up in the street. My husband researches this for his job. I mean, that's cool, but like Bitcoin's not garbage though. Rap Night came like right in and said that like right after. I saw a graph showing America was not that religious. So I was sad. Bro, we told you that yesterday. When you were trying to say how religious America was, I was like, no, it's not. You said time will tell. What I will agree with you though, Haley, everything is going digital though. Like, the American government is trying to move in that direction. Now, that's going to take time to get everybody on board, but they are trying to go that route with it. Because we did talk about that before on stream. If cash goes digital, we are all in a bad spot when electricity ends. Like somebody said earlier, hopefully we not here for a lot of this nonsense. If a lot of stuff goes digital, it's going to be a wrap on a lot of fronts. Like, for example, on the most basic end, how they don't want gas stoves. They want everything to be electric. Yeah, that electricity goes out in the winter where people use actual gas stoves to like keep the house heated and boil water and all this other stuff. Yeah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. You can't do that with electric. Also, the cooking on electric is just so garbage. I can't wait till we move. Because like our stove, I don't know how long it was here before we got here, but it was electric. Them top 2 burners broke like immediately. And I'm like, bruh, how am I supposed to cook? I make it do what it do. And I got other gadgets to help. But I'm like, I want a gas stove. But I don't want a gas stove living here. So I'm definitely buying one when we move. We will not take the mark of the beast. Facts. Facts. Not taking it. Did you already see people getting the little chip in the palm of their hand or the back of it? And it like all it does is just simulates like when you go pay for your food at stores and stuff because they don't want to carry their wallet with them. I was like, that's the mark right there. Or what Elon's trying to do with his company. What is it? Cyberlink? Where they trying to put the links in the brains. He's trying to market it as, oh, this will help people that, can't walk or anything. This will help them be able to walk and blah, 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 right? That was the pitch to get it out there. Now he talking about like, oh yeah, with Cyberlink, you can rewind memories and blah, blah, blah. It sounded like the Black Mirror episode when he was talking. I'm like, bro, you tripping. Neuralink. That's what it is. Thank you, Jasmine. That's what it is. The more he talked about it, just to pitch it, to get it out there, it was like, oh, this will help the disabled and blah, blah, blah. Once it started getting really out there, now it's like, oh, you could do this, that, and it literally started sounding like a Black Mirror episode, and I'm like, nah, we can't have that. We can't have that. Look at this. PA is working on hitting electric car owners with a yearly $300 expense. Nope. The idea been in the marketplace for years now. I know if we're talking about Neuralink, because he was testing it on monkeys and their brains kept exploding. And now they're trying to do like trial humans. They're working on human trials now. And it's like, you gonna kill a human, they brain gonna explode. I was so loyal to my parents' rules. I thought my people who ate beef or drank or had electric stoves were bad people. Huh? What? Your house, we didn't talk about that before. You say, yeah, Elon's work with OpenAI really paid off, huh? Hey, I wish I could talk about it now. We're going to talk about it on the podcast tomorrow. But that episode going to be up. Make sure if y'all aren't subscribed already, subscribe to our podcast channel. Hold on. I'm going to do this every day. I don't care. It's my channel. I can do what I want. If y'all have not been here yet, look at this. We already at 967 views. Hey, we doing it. But if y'all have not, here, let me copy this. If y'all have not subscribed already or watched it or anything, the link is right here. Y'all can go to it now if you want to. I don't care. I'm going to pin it to the top of the chat, though. You can watch it now. You can watch it after the stream. Make sure you subscribe. Watch the podcast. It was dope. I A lot of work. A lot of, like, y'all don't see a lot of editing in my videos personally, but I did a lot of editing on this video, and it was purposeful. I did that purposely. Oh, we got a new comment. Okay. I'm gonna read the new one. I saw some. So basically, if you guys watch the podcast, at the end of each topic, me and Jasmine was like, let us know what you think about blah, 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 whatever we're talking about. Let us know in the comment section down below. And then your comment might get chosen for next week's episode, and we'll read that and blah, 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 right? So let's read this comment right now. Just this one. Because I had a crazy comment I read earlier. I'm definitely picking that for episode 2. I'm definitely picking it. Did you read this already, Jasmine? Because I didn't. This happened when I was streaming. I didn't read this. What do you edit with? I use Final Cut Pro. I have I have an iMac or a Mac, whatever it's called. One of the little Apple computers. Oh, you read this? Oh, snap. You got the LOL on here. Oh. This video popped up when I was searching for videos about Christian Prince debates. Okay. You mean pride debates? Where did Christian Prince debates? This is my first time watching this channel. It would be. This is episode 1. At around 4:49 to the video, the woman in the pink shirt says she is a big fan of The Chosen. Oh, it's about Jasmine. She thinks it is very well done and that they bring the world of the Bible to life. Because of Pink Shirt Woman's praise of The Chosen show, I am questioning if she has actually read the 4 Gospels and the New Testament or any other books in the Bible. Yikes. They came for Jasmine's neck. The Chosen is extremely loosely based on the Bible. I am not a big fan of The Chosen, but I did watch it to arm myself. So, you watch it, but not because you're a fan, but to arm yourself. I have never watched a show that I did not like just to arm myself for anything. I'm gonna be real with y'all. If I didn't like it, it ended on whatever episode I ended on. I'm gonna be so real with you. I watched it to have knowledge about the show so that I can be knowledgeable when I explain to others the differences between the show and the Bible when the topic comes up. My personal belief is that I or anyone else cannot analyze, criticize, rebuke, or compare The Chosen show with God's word without having watched it. Okay, that's fair. I can't criticize it without watching it, so that's a fair point. But I feel like this is about to go straight for Jasmine's neck. Said fighting words. Everyone involved in the production is definitely talented. Okay. And the story the producers/writers wrote is told well. Okay. However, the story The Chosen tells is not of Jesus Christ of the Bible. The Chosen is very loosely based on the Bible, and much of the storyline, character personalities, even many events that take place are not biblically based, do not happen in the Bible. In fact, I think there are people who are Catholics and Mormons who act in and help to fund The Chosen, so it is not surprising to me to see that a pride flag was on set. It is also not surprising that there is a pride flag because there are a few actors who set off my gaydar when I watched the show. Yikes. I personally do not believe that The Chosen has anything to do with promoting Christianity and or Jesus or bringing people to Jesus. It is all about money. Just look at all of the mega churches around the world raking in millions and billions each a year. There is demand for entertainment like The Chosen amongst the lukewarm Christians. Yo, they called you a lukewarm Christian, Jasmine. Yo, that's fighting words. And even non-believers who are curious about Jesus. The producers and all involved with The Chosen are there simply for the big money. Oh, we're definitely picking this for episode 2. We're definitely picking this. But just because I read this here, so I'll touch on just the last part. How about that, right? The Chosen is very loosely based on the Bible and much of the storyline, blah, 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 right? I think the purpose of the show, I haven't watched it. I said that in the video. I didn't watch it. But I think the purpose of the show is just to get people to see something about the Bible in a television type setting. You know what I'm saying? Speaking as somebody, so from the entertainment field, growing up, if I'm really into a comic book or a video game or whatever, we can even take regular fiction books and whatnot, even nonfiction. If we see these things turned into TV shows or movies, that is still loosely based off of source material. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's entertainment at the end of the day, and you still have to make it somewhat entertaining for people to watch. That's all it is. So I think this is just there to kind of tell the story. So this whole part around here about it's all about money. The fact that this man says he's been losing fans. Because I ain't gonna lie to you, all I ever hear about The Chosen is controversy and people saying they're never watching it again. So if that is the case and you're just losing fans, you're not really making money out of that scenario in the slightest. If that's what's truly happening here, right? So to sit here, this down here, to talk about this is for lukewarm Christians. I don't think this is for lukewarm Christians. I think this is for people who want some form of Christian entertainment on TV because we don't really have that. You know what I'm saying? Think about all the TV shows and movies that's out there. How many of them are biblically based about anything? And to even say, and even non-believers who are curious about Jesus, like that's a bad thing. Don't you want non-believers to like get the story? It's not like this is changed up to the point of, oh, here's the story, but let's tweak it so much that we just gotta get people in, like a Mike Todd service, you know? I don't think that's what's happening here. I think they're following the Bible as best as possible. And when you come up here and they bring up the Catholics and the Mormons and all that, because I heard claims before that they claim they follow the Mormon Bible, but that 20-minute video Dallas put out because of the whole pride flag scene in a behind-the-scenes clip, he even said, he addressed that. He was like, I'm tired of people saying we're Mormons and we follow a Mormon Bible. He was like, we're not Mormons. And he was like, we don't follow the Mormon Bible. He was like, but if you want to choose to believe that and not watch, he was like, I don't care because people have already chosen not to watch and I'm going to keep doing me. So the guy kind of seems fed up. Right, look what Tyree just said. Sight and Sounds Theaters has biblical characters in musical theater. We don't live in musicals in real life. Facts. It's just a form of, like, don't we want some form of entertainment for us? And even so, right? A lot of people saying they're letting it go because of that flag. You have no idea who your show is touching. The fact that they made this seem like it was a bad thing, like, oh, this is for the non-believers who are curious about Jesus. That's not the dig you think it is. If a non-believer who's curious stumbles upon this show and it brings them to picking up a Bible and reading it for themselves, congratulations. Like, that's the whole point of it. That's literally the whole point. We'll dig into that more together. They was on Jasmine's neck, though. They called you lukewarm, Jasmine. Oh, that's so funny. That is so funny. This further proves that humans are doomed. Facts. John says, in addition to all, taking up the shield of faith with which you will be able to extinguish all the flaming arrows of the evil one, Ephesians 6:16. John, you mentioning this, Tyree mentions this a few times before, and we've talked about that. Look at Tech Boy. He's like, get away from me, you lukewarm Christian. Yo. At least he getting on somebody else. He usually be getting on me, like an annoying little brother. Saying add your podcast to a network, an audio podcast network. Yeah, we gotta look, Tech Boy. This just started, all right. I'm actually testing some stuff out to like see how views work. So what I did this week, I'm gonna tweak for next week, right? So we're gonna see what works, we're gonna see what doesn't work, and I'm just gonna proceed from there, right? Look, Tyrone made another good point. The story of Noah's like 2 chapters, yet whole movies have been created. Facts. Fact. And it's funny because the movies only ever touch about on one part. We never talk, like most movies that come out about Noah never talk about after the ark hits the land and everything that happens with his sons and the one that caught him, you know, whatever happened naked, where the other 2 sons had to bring the blanket in, walking backwards to cover daddy up. They don't ever get on any of that. It's always just building the ark, getting the animals on, flood, the flood's over, rainbow, and then that's it. The credits come on. We never get like everything. So, hey. Is chat working? Can y'all see me? Yeah, we see you, bro. We see you, O'Reilly. What then? Here we go, Philippians. What then? Only that in every way, whether in pretense or in truth, Christ is proclaimed, and in this I rejoice. But not only that, I also will rejoice. Philippians 1:18. Oh, this right here. The movies never touch on that. Isn't that crazy? We never get this part of the story. We're going to talk about Christian entertainment. Oh man, that's going to be good. I'm definitely pulling that comment for tomorrow. There's another one in there. I'm pulling that. One of your guys' comments, because a few of you actually saw it and commented on it. I'm actually going to pull one of your guys' comments too. This is so random because this doesn't have nothing to do with nothing. But what do y'all think of competitive eaters? Actually, this is like random good timing, Tech Boy, because I was just talking to my husband about this. We were watching over the weekend Man vs. Food, which is basically, if you've never seen the show, he goes to 3 restaurants. The first 2, he tests the food out. But the third one is always where he does some sort of food challenge, right? And he has to determine if he wins or not because it's man versus food. And it's usually a fat guy doing it. So the first guy was Adam Richman, which he gained a lot of weight doing that show, and then he stopped to get his health back on track. He actually lost all that weight, but because he stopped, they brought another guy on. And as we were watching the episodes, that guy actually got bigger as those seasons went on. So I immediately was like, bro, that's gluttony. That has to be gluttony. And my husband was like, yeah, but these people do this for a living, because then we start talking about Matt Stoney. There's some British guy on YouTube with like a crazy long beard that does it. We're talking about all these competitive eaters. And I was like, I understand they do this like as a career, but this still has to be gluttony to some sort, because God never said do this. God was more on some like work with your hands and make your way. He never really said like down like 50 burgers in like 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, this right here, competitive eating is kind of gross. You know what I'm saying? Eat to live, not live to eat. Yikes. Yeah, that's it right there. It's, ugh. There's something nasty about it. And I think, especially when we were talking about the British guy with the beard, I noticed in some of his videos, he gets really excited if there's other people that just happen to be in the restaurant the day he comes. And he's like, oh, they're looking over here. They're interested. It's a spectacle. It's like, yeah, bro, it's not every day you just eating your meal and you happen to look over and a dude has like 20 pounds of steak in front of him and he's just like trying to knock it back in 20 minutes. It's disgusting. It's like, they're not looking over. They're like, wow, that's amazing. Most people just be looking at him kind of crazy. And I noticed that he loves the attention, and it's very weird. It also reminds me of the people that drink live on their videos, like on TikTok and Instagram. They'll like full bottles of alcohol and they'll just start knocking it back. One guy just recently died doing that. It was an Asian guy, and there was a black guy that died not too long before the Asian guy. Knocking all, because they just wanted the attention. They're like, look at me. I can drink a bottle of tequila in 60 seconds. And they're just it's not healthy. It's all disgusting. That has to be up there with like the competitive eating people, because none of that's like healthy for you. Yeah, the Bible says put a knife to your throat, don't overeat. There may be a difference to gluttony in eating like that once a week or month. Unless you have some medical condition, you shouldn't be eating like that. And the only reason I say that, there's this, I think she's Korean. Her name is Soo Yang. She has a medical condition where, like, no matter how much she eats, she don't gain. Like, she's my size. And the doctors claim she's healthy and everything, but she eats like that all the time. I'm not talking about, like, once a week and then you work out on, like, some Mike Chen type stuff where he's like, oh, I'm so hungry, and he'll eat a bunch of food and then work out the rest of the day, right? Every meal she has, because she eats 3 times a day and snacks, it's large quantities because, like, she's never full. Whatever's, like, she has, whatever disease she has, she's just never full, so she keeps eating. And she never gets full either, and then she doesn't gain weight. So I don't know what it is. Actually, I'm gonna bring up one of her videos real quick before we even, like, get back to this. We getting all off topic, but... But it's crazy because, like, and she doesn't do food challenges either because, like, she doesn't like to eat fast. She just likes to eat. So every time they have her do food challenges, she usually fails because it's like, you know, time limits. And she don't do time limits. She just likes to eat. Y'all see all this food? This is crazy. You know what? There's, what is it? There's, like, the tiger shrimp. That's what it was. Yeah, look how big these shrimps are. This is nuts. Look how big these shrimps are on this table. And look how little she is. She my size. And she don't eat fast or anything either. She, like, takes her time, just eats regularly. But whatever disease she has, because they talked about it in a video before, she just don't get full. So she has 3 big meals like this a day. Plus, like, when she snacks, it's like 3... big snack meals. She just, I don't know what's wrong with her. She just don't get full. You said overeating sometimes is okay as long as it's not a habit, I guess. Everything needs to be done in moderation, Tech Boy. She has a pocket dimension in that belly. She got something, because I don't know how this works. Never heard of a disease like this? I've never heard of it either till I started watching her, because there was an episode where she went to talk to her doctor because everybody was concerned for her. They like, girl, why do you eat this much? Because she came out of nowhere eating like this. And she went to the doctor on camera, and the doctor was like, no, she healthy. She just got, I don't remember what it's called because everything was in Korean. I don't know what it was called, but yeah. Now, I ain't gonna lie, I love seafood. If I ever ran across these shrimps in real life, I probably could knock all this back by myself. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I ain't even gonna lie to you. Because I love shrimp. You said not everything, drugs not in moderation. I meant food. You know what I'm saying? What does she do at the end? She downs this drink right here and calls it a wrap. Shrimp's bad for you. Hey, my guy, what are you talking about? Shrimps are not bad for you. Shrimps are wonderful. Seafood is immaculate. I probably said all that wrong. Oh yeah, she knocked back more food. Look at this. Oh, and this is like raw beef. So if anybody ever had what's it called? If you ever had like steak tartare or something of that sort, that's what this is that she's eating right now.
이렇게 하니까 맞네. 아, 그래서 이거 손을 이렇게 하는구나. 저는 그 캠을 여태까지 캠을 썼잖아요. 그래서 왜 이렇게
So she eats all of that, and then she got more food. She ended up getting snacks. She knocks all of this back.
와플 초점.
It's crazy. She eats and then just sits there and be like, wow, I'm still hungry. It's like, girl, Yeah, it is. So they talked about that before when she went to her parents' house to eat one day. Because she said she felt bad because her parents had to spend so much money for her to eat. So that's what led her to doing this online, because there's a whole like mukbang scene online. And this is really how she started making a lot of her money. So once she realized she was getting popular over in Korea, she used her like fame for good. So she just started going to mom and pop shops that were struggling, and she was just like, hey, I'll take whatever you have. And she would eat live at the mom and pop shop, and she'd be like, oh, this is actually really good and whatnot. Next thing you know, it's like the Keith Lee effect. They're like packed out of their mind, lines as far as you can see. So that's what she ended up using her disease for, essentially. So she makes enough money to not only feed herself, but now she's helping mom and pop businesses in the process. Which not a bad thing. I mean, at least she's trying to use the disease for good, because her mom explained it was like super expensive to feed her growing up. And she said she used to feel bad about it. So she said there was times where like she would try not to eat because she felt bad about her parents spending the money, but she was like, I was too hungry. So I ended up eating anyways.
Bad people don't want somebody who say the truth. They want you to be in their side. And as for human being, we all need to be as one family and love each other. So that's what the man is speaking about. So I love that man. I don't care what people say. I love Donald Trump.
Yeah. Everything he just said, where he said we all need to view each other as one family and love one another, yada, yada, yada. I remember I said that before to somebody, and their response right after was, that's cool and all, but like, if the poor white people didn't think they were better than the other poor people, we could achieve that. And I was like, you didn't listen to anything I just said, because like, what are you talking about?
Yes, I love.
I mean, a lot of people look at what his position on the country and the amount of celebrating when people were winning, when people were making more money. That's why a lot of people like Donald Trump. For the economic purposes, that was a big one, right? BC championed that. He was really big on that. There's a handful of other reasons that we hear, but that would be the primary one.
People can just see this person and say, I don't like you.
Yeah.
It doesn't mean he's racist. He just don't like you. That's what I believe. So that racist word, I don't believe on that racist word.
Birthday? Donald Trump's birthday.
Hold on, look at this hot take. Conservatives are too soft on gays. I'll tell you this, Tech Boy, you're not wrong nowadays. If you look at the whole movement on where it started at to where it's going now, where conservatives are now like aligning themselves with gay people, as long as they're like, oh, you're gay, but you also are Republican or conservative or whatever, come on over. Come on over. We'll take all your views and the pride flag and all of that, right? So that's not as hot as a take as you think it is. That's why at the end of the day, I mean, we're religious, right? So we're all Christians. I'm assuming, well, most of us watching the channel is Christians. I can't say that for everybody because I had people watching from everywhere. So not everybody be Christian watching me, but for those that are, right, we know politics ain't gonna save us anyways. That's why. I want to watch your podcast for a few minutes. Hey, that's what's up. That's what's up. So what did you think, Haley? Did you think Jasmine was as lukewarm as the comments said, or? I'm about to go somewhere, but I can't stop laughing. I'm gonna go somewhere. I can't start laughing. Never mind.
It's on Flag Day the 14th. Do you have a birthday message for him?
Happy birthday, Donald Trump.
Right. Are you guys going to vote for him in 2024 or no?
Yeah.
Do you have a birthday message for him?
No.
Yeah, I'd say happy birthday. You're the same age as my dad, actually, so nice. Big ups to Donald, all right? All right.
What is your birthday message for Donald J. Trump?
Happy birthday. Run for president. Maybe he's going to wake up and be a little bit more supportive of.
Hey, when I edit episode 2, I'm going to put that right under your name as soon as I read that. The little things that pop up with our names. It's just going to say lukewarm Jasmine. Oh, man. Oh, that's so funny. there is a disease where you do not ever. Oh, you're behind. Sorry, Haley. But there's a disease where you do not ever feel full, but never heard of not gaining weight. Yeah, I don't know what she has, but like, she been my size. She don't work out or nothing. And she just stays my size. It's crazy.
Americans.
Okay.
I'll leave it at that.
Okay. Is Joe Biden more supportive?
Different agendas. What Biden's doing, I'm not completely in favor of.
Okay.
However, and he inherited a lot of stuff from the previous administration, so
Stop it.
I don't want to get into it. We'll talk to you later.
Thank you. How do you feel about DeSantis coming in? How do you feel about that?
He's good. I like him for governor.
Okay, so
Not
so
for
you're
president.
so you would go Donald Trump over DeSantis?
Yeah, big time, yeah.
I got a question for you. Do you think that now that Ron DeSantis has, announced his 2024 presidential bid, do you think that's going to interfere in Donald Trump's ability to get reelected?
Possibly, but doubtfully. I'd like to see them pair up, and he be the the vice president, and Donald as the president. I think they make a strong team.
Do you feel better about DeSantis or no?
I feel like that could work, but Donald, the way he didn't already dissed him and all that stuff, that ain't about to happen. That ain't about to happen. But then again, didn't Donald do that last time to like Ben Carson when they were all running against each other and they gave him a spot in his administration? So it could happen. It could happen, I guess. Hold on. Someone who is gay just started coming to my church. Honestly, she doesn't advertise. Okay. I pray for her and try to minister her. We are all broken going into church. It's working on following Jesus. Yeah, just keep praying for her. Because honestly, yeah, if she's not advertising, she's there for a reason, right? Because I'm pretty sure you don't go to the church with the pride flags and the rainbow doors and all that. But, yeah, just keep praying to her and ministering to her. Everything you're doing is perfect. Because what's going to end up happening at some point, her heart is going to soften. And she's going to start coming around. Because that's literally what's happening to my husband right now. Because I'm watching it like in real time. So that can also definitely happen to her as well. She is room temperature water. That works because I happen to love room temp water. Yo, are you a serial killer? You like room temp water? Hey, yo, somebody called her lukewarm. I done called her a serial killer. Like, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Jasmine. Amimo, welcome to the chat. You came in at the funniest time. Oh, snap, you got married. Congratulations. Hey, thank you. I appreciate that. Memo, I apologize if I said it wrong. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. Thank you so much. Right, KO? She's a pink shirt lady. Our names were in the podcast. I swear, they were under our heads. They were in the description box. She didn't even try to say her name. She was like, "You pink shirt lady, lukewarm Christian." Got all the haters. Oh, welcome to YouTube, Jasmine. Because you said it didn't happen yet. It happened because of the podcast. Oh man. Ty, I interviewed someone from my church who was in a gay marriage and has a great testimony. Lori Bogman on episode 19. I watched that. That was a good testimony. Oh, man. I gotta stop laughing. There are two rules for thought. People who call themselves gay Christians, which is an oxymoron, and people who are Christian that struggle with those feelings, one saved and one is not. Yeah, so those who call themselves gay Christians, I don't know if you guys were here for this, but we watched the gay pastor, it was the black guy, and he loved using that term. And no matter how many times you could tell him, you'd be like, there's no such thing as like a gay Christian or whatever. You're living in sin, like happily living in sin, and the whole thing, you're supposed to turn away from sin. And he kept interpreting scripture to fit however he felt, so he can keep using the label gay Christian. And we're just like, bro, that's not. And then, of course, whatever church he ministers at is a progressive church, so it's not a real church to begin with. And they held his wedding and all that. But if you guys were here for that, we watched that stuff on stream, and then I got the videos, too. I had the videos of it, too. I have been reduced to the color of my shirt. Dehumanization at its finest. Oh, man. Jasmine, you need a pink shirt that has Revelation 3:15 on it. Nah, what's that mean? Nah. I read it. I read Revelation, but I'm not versed in remembering it. Oh, man. I know the passage, though. I know your deeds, that you are neither hot, or neither cold nor hot. I wish you were either one or the other. So because you are lukewarm, neither hot nor cold, I am about to spit you out of my mouth. You say, I am rich, I have acquired wealth and do not need a thing, but you do not realize that you are wretched, pitiful, poor, blind, and naked. Yikes. Haley was like, I got one for you. Oh, man. I'm gonna put that on the screen when we read the comment. I feel like doing so much funny stuff with that comment now. And I'm probably not. That is true. That is true. I actually bought a t-shirt today that has a Bible verse on it. So, and I bought it specifically to wear when we record the podcast. Oh, man. Okay. All right. We ain't never gonna get through this video. We done talked about everything else, watched other videos. Hold on. I even missed showing y'all. We might as well. We here now. We ain't finishing that video. Tyree sent me the link of the dude working out with the Bears when I said I was Russian. Look at them. They're like, yes. Look at the bear in the back getting it in. He like, yeah. Yeah. I'm about to give me some abs too. Yeah. Mm-hmm. That was me working out. When I tell y'all, when I first went to the gym to work out, I had my Vegeta shirt on. And I was like, yeah, I'm about to get this. I'm Vegeta. I'm about to get this. Hold on, do I have those pictures? All right, hold on. I gotta deep dive now. I gotta deep dive for these photos. Because I'm pretty sure I got them pictures of me with the Vegeta shirt. Oh, man. I would have had so many gym jokes if I knew I was Russian at the time. Stop saying what's... Check boy, I ruined my whole channel to teach you about Vegeta and Goku. Do not even sit here and be like, what's a Vegeta? We done already went through this. We done watched it. Hold on. Super Saiyan hair and all. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You are Russian? Sir, you must have popped out. Yes. We already talked about that. You definitely popped out. You were not here for that conversation. This has to be the time period. This has to be the time period. Where's January? Yep. Boom. Boom. I found it. I found all of it. I was dying. I didn't even know they took these pictures of me, but I had the whole Vegeta shirt on. I was dying. We went to a Planet Fitness just because it was like across the street from our apartment. I was dying. I didn't even know they took these photos, and I was just like, what am I doing with my life? Why am I doing this? Why do I want to maintain my abs when I could just eat all day? I was like, why am I in here? You said show the game again? One more body slam? Hold on. Here it is. We gotta find another body slam. Hold on. Did they do another one? They did! Hey, yo! My man took his shirt off fast. He was ready for it. Watch this, watch this, watch this, watch this. He about to shoot the free throw. Look at man in the back. He's like, you are not getting the rebound, sir. He just body slammed him for no reason. He was waiting on it too. He was like, oh, I'm taking him out. That has to be a rule. You gotta take your shirt off or something before grabbing somebody. You see, man, hit the ground. He was like, what you do that for? I love it. I love it. I think this is one of my favorite sports right now. This would be only a Russia thing. I need, what's the dude's name? Dana White? Because he bought the slap thing and it's on Rumble. He needs to buy this and bring it to America. The shirt off is part of it? I think so. Because every time a guy goes to grab somebody, they throw their shirt off. Yeah, I'll spare my spine that torture. It's crazy. Saying you are a black conservative and Russian. You are a reverse intersectional. Whatever I am, I already know that I belong to Mother Russia. The war against Ukraine, it makes sense. It makes sense why I didn't care for Ukraine from the jump. You said repeat, I found my sport. Yes, Dana White needs to buy this. This would be awesome. And bring it to America? This would be so cool. Saying is the antidote? That'd be kind of crazy if I was. That'd be kind of crazy. It's funny because one of my friends, and I met her at my last job, she's Russian, right? And like her mom also worked with us, and I loved her mom so much. She was the nicest lady. So I just started calling her mom, and she started bringing me all this good Russian food like all the time. Like either she would cook it or she would go to, there's a Russian market like 20 minutes from where I stay. And she would go there and get snacks and stuff all the time for me. And I'd be like, thank you, Mom. I love you so much. And they knew how to speak Russian. I told my friend that I was Russian. I was like, you know, you got to teach me the language now, right? I was like, me and you? I was like, this explains why I was calling your mom mama. Like, we sisters. You got to teach me the language. Gotta go, y'all. Had fun. Time to go lukewarm. So, all right, Jasmine. I'll see you tomorrow because we got to shoot the podcast. She's like, I guess I got to be the best lukewarm Christian I can be now. AKA the lady in the pink shirt. I'll see you tomorrow, Jess. Oh, this probably has to be one of my funniest streams. Oh, man. This has been so hilarious. Russians could cook. Facts. There is a restaurant near me when I grew up, the city I grew up in, and it was ran by like they said they were from like the old country, but they were a bunch of old Russian grandmas. And that food was so phenomenal. Mind you, as a kid, I didn't like sauerkraut, I didn't like onions, none of that stuff. But I would go there and I would get schnitzel and all this other stuff. It was so good. Whatever they did, I never ate it from anybody else. Whoever tried to make any of that stuff, I was like, nah, I gotta get it from them. He needs to snuggle and warm his queen. She said she read the comment before I did, so that probably already happened. He got her. He a good husband. He already had her. It's still fun. Yo, episode 2 is about to be hilarious. Y'all have to watch episode 2 when it drops. I think I'm just gonna follow the schedule I did already. So I dropped episode 1 on like Saturday morning. So it was like 9 o'clock my time, but just Saturday morning period. I think I'm just gonna do that moving forward and just kind of see how it goes from there. They're back to this guy on the bike. I thought he left.
No. No, he's like a criminal.
Bro, we missed a lot.
I think, too.
We're just throwing that word out there, though, huh?
Yeah, just throwing it out there.
That's okay. You have the right to do that. But why are they criminals?
I don't know. It just feels like, I'm done.
So are you familiar with DeSantis?
I am, and I think he's a great, great man, and I think he should stay in Florida. We need him in Florida. There's so many great Republicans, and why are we all fighting for the White House? You know, let's fight for different positions. Let's strategize and game on and bring it and make this world a greater place.
Between him and DeSantis.
I actually like that point of view she just had. Instead of all fighting for a position at the White House, we need to take certain seats that make sense. He's a great governor, and I do believe he should stay in Florida. Now, he done already put his hat in the race, so that ain't happening right now, because there's a chance he could become part of Trump's administration if Trump wins. But I honestly think he should have just stuck it out in Florida because he's doing great things out there. But,
DeSantis, you're still going Trump, is that correct?
All the way, 100%.
For Donald J. Trump, hey, go and take it all, man. I want you to take it all. It's either between you or DeSantis, and hey, we're hoping for the best because we know you can do a lot better than what's currently in office right now, so we appreciate it. Keep working hard.
I really believe that DeSantis is next in line to be one of the greater presidents in our country.
Hey, that's actually really good, Kale.
DeSantis, just in general, some people have decided to turn him into kind of, I don't know, for lack of a better term, an enemy. You feel good about DeSantis. You just support both of them. You just don't feel like it's DeSantis's.
Is that true? He can't run again as governor? Dang, I didn't know that. I didn't know that at all. That actually kind of sucks.
Definitely. I think he's in line with the policies of the Conservative Party, and he's a constitutionalist, and that's what we need, our politicians, to pay attention to our laws of the land.
We think he's a racist. Do you think Joe Biden's a racist?
No.
You don't think Joe Biden's a racist?
Because
he's actually been quoted saying racist stuff.
Obama's his best friend.
Obama's his best friend?
They were best friends.
No, they weren't. All of that nonsense was for the cameras.
There's, VP, like, I don't know if they're best friends, but we could say that. Okay.
So, no, I didn't, but...
Okay, but one of Trump's best friends would be Herschel Walker, and he's black. So wouldn't that make him not a racist by that standard that you're holding Biden to?
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
I'm just trying to be fair here. You see what I'm saying?
I'm still not going to like him.
Oh, that's why he was running for pres, because he can't run again. Okay.
He doesn't
I got
have
you,
to be a
Tyree.
racist.
Yeah, I don't hate nobody between Joe Biden or Trump, but the only thing is I love Trump because he's strong and he wants the country to be developed and everybody to be strong and hardworking. Make sure you do your own thing. It doesn't matter what you're doing. Focus and do your thing. That's what
This shows how she really fell for the okie doke. He was Robert Byrd's best friend, Grand Wizard in the KKK. You know what's crazy? It really took Biden to the black community. If you don't vote for me, then you not black. And she was like, oh, snap. I'm black, so I gotta vote for him. I gotta do it. It's like, girl, you didn't think that was racist? Even without not knowing anything else about his history. You didn't think that was kind of a crazy statement to say? That's a little bit racist? She's a straight NPC.
man want. That man He wants everybody to be one. He wants the country to be straight, good dreams, everything. People have to go out, feel free.
Do you guys see Joe Biden as being a strong leader? Like, does he come off as a strong leader in your opinion?
No. He's sick. He's old. He needs to just relax. He's old.
He needs to step down. He needs to step down. He can't able to carry the responsibility.
I think we're heading into a World War III. I think that's what we're going to with the presidency right now.
A little bit more global conflict.
Right.
Yeah. They're less about America, more about like, oh, let's focus on the rest of the world when it's like, we have enough problems here. We should probably focus on that.
You know what?
You said Biden is not racist? Sir, he's very much so racist. He has tons of racist comments littered throughout the years. Don't let that Obama presidency fool you. That man is super racist.
Donald Trump, I hope that when you come back and go against Biden, that you kind of take more of a moderate approach, and because I think that you can beat him because he may can beat Biden, but you got to kind of mellow it out a little bit, just a little bit, and I think that people will jump on board. That's my.
All right, so let's hold on. He's not racist. Racist comments mean nothing. He's just old. So all the racist stuff he said throughout the years, he not racist? You thought he was just saying that in like the brouhaha type sense, like comedians be doing? Or how we was cracking jokes earlier? Biden is definitely racist, my guy. Not only that, he's also a pedo. So like, I could care less. I mean, if you care less, I mean, that's on you, but like, he's definitely racist. You can't say he's not when he is. What is... How many pancakes fit into a doghouse? None, because ice cream doesn't have bones. Remember, he kept making all the ice cream comments, and it's like, sir, what are you talking about? His policy speaks for itself. Well, his policies are garbage, but he's also very racist. This right here, the first mainstream African American who was articulate, bright, clean, and a nice looking guy. Joe Biden about Obama. Okay, we could say the same for Trump. That Trump's racist? Trump's not racist. That's the funny part. You can get Trump for like saying some things that guys would say amongst themselves without a camera in their face. With what they call it, locker room talk or whatever. Things you say at the barber shop around other men. You can get him on that nonsense. He's not racist. I won't believe he's racist. It gives credence to libs. It doesn't matter what it gives. It's like, that's the reality. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what they think or what it gives credence to. That's just the reality of the situation. Yeah, this right here. But see, Tech doesn't know that. He's too young. Because all he probably remembers is that, like, rappers were coming out saying, like, F Donald Trump and stuff around the time he ran for presidency and he was president. Because of the age. But, like, yeah, if you were around long enough, everybody rocked with Trump. Black rappers, entertainers, they all hung out with him. They all had songs talking about him. They wanted to be him. He had the show The Apprentice. Like, everybody loved Trump. He even went on Oprah. There's like a whole clip where he was even on Oprah at the time, where he was saying, if I ever wanted to run for president, I would run this way because it'd be easy to get yada, yada, yada. He has like clips saying all of this stuff. He did exactly what he said he was going to do. And then, on top of that, they hated him because he did it. And he literally told them what he was going to do. Way back in the day, he was like, I'm going to run for president. I'm going to run as a Republican, and I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. He said that in the 90s. This, and it's crazy, because, like, a liberal can't see it. They can't see any of it. They're so focused on what the media tells them to like and hate that they can't see what's right in front of their faces. Well, CNN told me they're this type of person. It's like, okay, but what do you think? Nah, I only think what the TV tells me to think. Trump is contentious. I can't give an opinion on him. It's too scary. Huh? Why is it too scary? You said text 16 going on 47. 1 Corinthians. Let's look this up. 1 Corinthians 13:11. When I was a child, I talked like a child. I thought like a child. I reasoned like a child. When I became a man, I put the ways of childhood behind me. I just read this, like, over the weekend. I literally just read this over the weekend. Oh, I got you, Tech Boy. I got you. That's why you said that. Okay. One of the things I did want to talk about was being a Proverbs 31 woman. So I know yesterday we saw the one clip from the Whatever podcast where the guy who was married was talking to Brian, the guy who owns the podcast, and they were just like, why don't you want to get married? He's breaking all this stuff down to him, explaining why Brian should get married, right? And obviously that guy was just... his mind's not there yet, so maybe to get there. I saw 2 clips today that made me want to talk about this because we already know what feminism has done to, like, modern women for today, and none of it makes sense, right? So for those that don't know, the Proverbs 31 woman, right? Proverbs 31 tells us that the ideal woman is virtuous, strong, and selfless, right? Just in a nutshell, so we don't have to, like, read all of Proverbs 31, right? Proverbs 31 woman is a woman of courage. She knows what she can control and courageously trusts God with what she cannot. Basically, the Proverbs 31 woman is like the perfect spouse to the man, right? To your husband. So what I ended up seeing today, which made me want to talk about this, and it was 2 clips I saw. Let me find the bookmark, because I definitely bookmarked it. Here it is. If you guys don't know, Steph Curry's wife, Ayesha Curry, she has been on TV before for making her husband Steph look crazy, right? What do the average people do when they look up to celebrities and athletes and all this stuff? They'd be like, oh, they look like such a perfect couple. I would love to have that type of relationship. What do you mean by that? What do you mean you want that type of relationship from an entertainer or an athlete? What do you mean by that? Because we don't know what goes on in that household. We don't know what the guy's actually doing. We don't know what the woman's actually doing. They just take nice pictures together on the red carpet. So what do you mean you want that relationship? But basically, the first time she went viral, right? She was on Red Table Talk. Red flag if I ever had one, because ain't no way I would want to go on Jada Pinkett's show about relationship anything. But basically, this is what she said when she went on that show.
Yeah, like there are all these women like throwing themselves, but me, like the past 10 years, like I don't have any of that. Like I have zero this sounds weird, but like male attention. And so then
You
like I
don't
begin to
even realize
internalize it, and I'm like, is something wrong with
You're
me?
not-
like,
you're not looking.
What?
You're not
like,
looking. You're not even looking.
But I'm gonna tell you something else.
When this first came out, this was a wild thing to say publicly, to also be married for over a decade with children, right? Her and Steph apparently have known each other since like 7th grade or been dating since 7th grade. So to publicly go live and say, I don't get the male attention that my husband gets. He gets all these women throwing themselves at him. Obviously, he's a basketball player. Is your husband entertaining it, or is he ignoring them and coming home to you? Because that's really a big factor out of this, right? If he's ignoring them and coming home to you, why do you care if you get attention from men that aren't your husband? That's weird. And then to publicly state that and be like, oh, is there something wrong with me? Why do you want attention from someone that's not your husband? That's a red flag. And when this came out, and every dude that said she was a red flag was followed by 50 billion women behind him saying, y'all just jealous. Y'all don't understand what she's talking about. She just wants to feel sexy and blah, blah, blah. Another man shouldn't be making you feel that way if you are married and in a relationship. You shouldn't want another man to make you feel that way. You should want your husband to make you feel that way, right? Now we fast forward to today, to this clip. She went on The View. The View had some guy come out, muscled up, no shirt on, to bring them drinks, right? I don't know what they got brought drinks for. I don't watch the show. But it's one thing to go on the show and you don't know this about to happen, right? There's a way to act. You can look back and you be like, oh, you got a dude bringing us drinks. Okay. That's how she should have acted. This is how she ended up acting. Pay close attention. Look at what she's doing to the finger. She acting like she want to take the ring off, staring at this dude. She like, oh, big man with muscles. Get this off my finger. This is live. Mind you, that's embarrassing. She is too happy right now. She is too happy about this shirtless guy. She's doing way too much as a married woman. I ain't even gonna lie, that's embarrassing. I ain't even gonna lie. That's embarrassing. I don't care what anybody says. They could be like, she's just having some fun with her girlfriends. This is what women do when they go out together for girls' nights. I promise you, if you married, matter of fact, you've been in a relationship, period, you shouldn't be going to nothing that leads you to any sort of temptation where you got to be doing all this with the ring on your finger. That's crazy. That is insane. That's not a Proverbs 31 woman, I'll tell you that much. That is nonsense. That is nonsense. Isn't she Christian? Like we talked about earlier, many will be Christian in name. Many will be Christian in name. But when that time comes, oh Lord, didn't I prophesy and do XYZ in your name? And he gonna be like, bounce, I don't know who you is. Get up out of here. That's what lost women do. I think she's super lost. Which is insane. It's because it's like she has the life that anybody would want. Now, I don't know what goes on behind scenes, right? We don't know what goes on in their household or whatnot. But the picture that they paint out to the world is that they're Christians. He loves her. They had like what is it when you get married again? They had a second ring ceremony and all that. The kids was all around them. He let her have her own restaurants. Because of him, she ended up having like a show. She has cooking wear and all this other crap that we never would have heard of if Steph didn't start making in the league and making money and all this other stuff, right? So it's not looking good. Whatever's going on where she wants more, she wants other men, it's not a good look. I would not be shocked if his career ends and we ever hear like a divorce story coming from them. I would not be shocked if that ever happened after he retires from basketball. I wouldn't be shocked in the slightest. Know what I'm saying? But that leads me to another clip I saw that's talking about Dwayne Wade and his relationship with Gabrielle Union. So recently, she went viral not too long ago because she did some interview with like a magazine, and she was like, out of nowhere too, because nobody asked this, so she kind of just gave up information nobody asked for. She was like, well, me and Dwayne go 50-50 on everything. And I'm like, that's kind of weird. Dwayne Wade's like, he made so much money off his career and all the investments and stuff now, and he's a minority owner in the Jazz. Why y'all going 50-50 on everything? This is, yikes. That's kind of crazy. And then she was like, well, I wanted it that way. So, and then she went into this whole thing about like, it sounds like she's a rich person living paycheck to paycheck, which I thought was insane because I'm like, why would you want this setup? And Dwayne Wade is your husband. That is like nuts. That doesn't make any sense. So Dwayne Wade was on Club Shay Shay, and, you know, Shannon Sharpe asked him about the 50-50 comment, and Dwayne gave his response, which is just as wild, and I wanted y'all to see it. You said, I can't release no torture. I gotta put this out here because even though this is being live streamed, people do see this after the fact, and this is I want the right, whether it's a man or a woman, to see that this is how you should not operate in a relationship. That's all. I'm sorry if I'm torturing you. I'm sorry if I'm torturing you.
I mean, you be blowing up the other man. Whether it's you,
bro, I'm listening. I don't know how I'm always in pop culture, man.
Yeah, you and Gabby.
And well, my wife.
Your wife. Because she made the comment about you and her split 50-50.
Yeah, let's get into that.
Can you get into that? Can you clarify what you mean? Because that's very unique. That's very unique. And I don't know if I've ever heard of a situation, especially a married couple.
Yeah.
I don't care, we dating.
Yeah.
That thing might be, you know, hey, I get the movie tickets, you get the popcorn and the candy.
Yeah,
you know, if we take us out to dinner, you leave the tip, you do the.
Tech Boy, you're funny. You said, what does Dwayne Wade do? Dwayne Wade must have retired when you were like super young, but he used to be a basketball star. Yeah, because you're 16, so yeah, you would have been really young around the time he retired. But yeah, he was a basketball player.
The valet. Yeah. But she's like 50-50 household, and I think she kind of explained it. But I got you here so you can explain it.
You know what I was saying? I was like, you know what's crazy? When you have, it's think pieces that's going around the world.
Right.
About me and my wife.
Right.
And I haven't given no color to this.
Right.
But it's think pieces going around about me as a man.
Right.
And I'm like,
make that man make his wife spend 50-50. What kind of man is that?
So
I thought the same thing too, D-Wade. I ain't gonna lie.
You thought the same thing?
Yeah, when you make up, I said, how you gonna make that woman pay? He got all that cheese. He making her pay 50-50.
All right, so let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. So the whole 50-50 concept.
Right.
Okay, so I understand what 50-50 means.
Yep.
Right.
50-50 means that everything in life, you got your half and I got my half.
Right.
And we're going to put this shit together and try to make 100.
Right.
Okay?
We buy $200 worth of groceries, you put in 100, I put in 100.
That's how 50-50 goes.
That's how we look at it.
That is not how our relationship works. All right? We don't, see, everybody think 50-50. They think, hey, if he getting a sandwich, you got to put 50% on that.
Right.
He got 100, 200, whatever people think I got.
Right.
That's not how it works.
Right.
50-50 in our household is, first of all, let's say I have 20 to 50 responsibilities.
Right.
And my wife have 20 to 50 responsibilities. And when I say that, that means she has a mother, she has her sisters, she has her dad, she has a lot of things that she's responsible for.
Right.
You know what she does?
Right.
She pays 100% of that.
Right.
You know what I do? I pay 100% of my life. When our life come together, my wife is a working actress who spends time away from the family to go work,
do our job.
Build. Right. We decided together, because I think I said one time we was in Miami, I said something about it being my house that I paid for. My wife looked at me, she was like, you will never say that to me again when it's something that we share. And
so just to pause real quick. Everything he's explaining so far to clear up any miscommunication Gabby has said, he's basically confirming everything Gabby said. So like... Because she basically said there's a household that she has to take care of. There's a household he takes care of. And then they go 50-50 in their household. Now, she didn't get on this comment, but this makes sense considering the type of person we know Gabrielle Union to be, right? So when he mentioned, hey, this is my house, she's like, you ain't never gonna speak to me like that again, right? And she said, moving forward, we going 50-50 on everything. This is why God needs to be first in the relationship. And this is why modern women like Gabby will never understand what submission truly is. She's so triggered off some stupid comment he probably made. They was probably having an argument or something. Reality, if you understand the natural order of God, man, woman, kids, right? If you understand that, and he is your sole provider, which makes sense, it's Dwayne Wade. If he's the sole provider, and you was talking reckless and he put you back in line, it would make sense why you got an out-of-pocket comment to your out-of-pocket whatever you said. We gonna keep it playing though. You said, look at the first half of Proverbs 31. I believe it speaks to men and husbands. We can pull it up right now because I think I have it up on here. That starts at 10 though. I want the whole passage. Here we go. All right, sayings of King Lemuel. I believe that's what it is. But he says, the sayings of King Lemuel, an inspired utterance his mother taught him. Listen, my son. Listen, son of my womb. Listen, my son, the answer to my prayers. Do not spend your strength on women, your vigor on those who ruin kings. In a nutshell, don't be out here messing with 304s. That's what that is in a nutshell. You need to only be messing with the right woman. Not the type of woman that will ruin you. Gold diggers, things of that nature, right? It is not for kings, Lemuel. It is not for kings to drink wine. Not for rulers to crave beer. Lest they drink and forget what has been decreed and deprive all the oppressed of their rights. Let beer... My cat jumped off of something. My bad. Let beer be for those who are perishing, wine for those who are in anguish. Let them drink and forget their poverty and remember their misery no more. Now, mind you, there's nothing wrong with celebrating from time to time, right? But what does the Bible always tell us? Don't be out here getting drunk. Now, you could drink, don't become a drunkard. That's the problem, right? This right here, where it says, let them drink and forget their poverty, remember their misery, and blah, blah, blah. It said, only let stupid people drink and get drunk. That ain't gonna be you, right? Then it says, speak up for those who cannot speak for themselves, for the rights of all who are destitute. Speak up and judge fairly. Defend the rights of the poor and needy. Basically, be a man of justice. So... And you are right, that does speak to men, because the rest of this is going to speak about on how to be a Proverbs woman, right? On how to be a wife. Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union, I don't believe they're Christian at all, which obviously, because somebody said he transed his son, he definitely transed his son, right? And right here, godly men protect women and children. They do. They do. That's what they're supposed to do. Right? That is their job. We already know he failed because he already allowed his child to be infiltrated by the alphabet community. And why did that happen? Gabby talked about that in her interview where she made her 50-50 comment. And she stated that, it is crazy how she said this in an interview and nobody picked up on this. She basically stated because she had lost a sponsorship, I think it was with Maybelline or something, one of those makeup companies. She wanted to align herself with somebody where the money was always going to be there. So she chose the alphabet community. And choosing them is where she ended up getting his son involved. I swear on everything, she said this in that interview with whatever the name of that magazine was. Because we watched it on another live stream called the Millionaire Morning Show. He played the whole video. We watched it for like 2 hours straight. because he stopped and commentates like I do. So we saw that video. Not one person on the left watched that interview and was like, oh, wow, she's really only in this for the money because she lost her money, and took his son down the path because of that. And this man right here allowed it, because them ain't her children. The only children that's technically hers is the youngest one, that little girl. And they had to have a surrogate for that because like she can't have children on her own. But that's technically her and Dwayne's child together. Them other kids, that's his children from his first wife. So he allowed some woman to come into his space and turn one of his kids over to the alphabet community for money. And that's literally what happened. So he's already failed. He didn't protect that child.
So my wife was like, that when we moved to LA, I got half on it. You will never say my house again.
Wow.
She said, you can say that in the arena. And so in our life, our home, 50-50, we purchased it together.
Right.
Our daughter, anything that goes on with our daughter, 50-50, we share it together. Right. Now, it's some things I pick up versus some things she pick up, but she does something, I do something.
Right.
If we take a yacht trip,
facts,
we could do it 50-50, or I can do it myself. But my wife is a working woman.
Right.
She's a boss in the.
And it's funny because there's a biblical way on how to handle money too. But most people in life, because, you know, they're not Christians, so they're not going to follow the biblical ways, don't handle money correctly. All right, Aurelie. We'll see you next time. Thank you for stopping through. Like always, I appreciate everybody that always comes through the stream. I hope you have a wonderful and blessed night.
Independent woman in her own life.
Right.
She's like, I'm gonna put, you know what, that little 200 that you was gonna spend on this, I'm gonna throw something else on there and we're gonna go on a bigger trip. We're gonna ball out. Like, this is my wife. Right? Like, I don't know about y'all, but I like having a wife that's like, that's cool, you can do that. The house we live in, thank God, in Hidden Hills, nice house.
Right.
Whatever millions. We could have had a nice house on my 50% too.
Right.
It'd have been nice.
Nice.
She was like, no, let me put something else on and let us live a little different.
Oh, yeah, they got a little bigger.
So we probably shared 3 things.
Once again, the issue with this, where he can handle everything. You already had the nice house and the nice trip. I want a better house and I want a better trip. So I'm going to put more money on it. But she said in her interview, and this is how I know she's a paycheck to paycheck rich person. She said if she does a movie or show and we get to the ending stages and it doesn't actually, like, we get to the point where the production company, whoever, is like, oh, we're not going to be able to put this out after all. Because, you know, there's always stuff to go through, right? Just because you make something don't mean it's going to come out. She says she gets nervous when stuff doesn't come out because that means she's not going to get a paycheck. She's not going to get as much money as she thought she was going to get. And that makes her nervous because she has bills to pay. And she can't pay the bills if certain shows and movies, whatever she does, doesn't go through the whole process of coming out. She also said she tries to live lifestyles, like she tries to keep living up certain lifestyles because she's accustomed to it already, right? She's like, well, I got used to certain things when I had certain sponsorships and blah, blah, blah. But now it's like, well, I'm not making that money anymore, but I still want to live this lifestyle. Now you hit the point where you're trying to compete with your husband and everything, when you really should just let him lead and take control because he got it. You're doing too much.
In our life that we 50-50 on.
Doing way
Everything
too much.
Else, I'm 1,000% and she's 1,000%.
Yeah, this.
And so we decided that certain pieces of our life we would share.
This. She's living on the excitement and not the understanding. Exactly that. When if they both just put God in their lives from the get-go and she let this man lead like he's supposed to, she wouldn't be a rich person living paycheck to paycheck.
In it.
But D-Wade, that works for y'all. Well, why does it matter if it's 75-25, if it's 85-15? That's your life. Why everybody is so consumed what goes on in everybody else's household when their household effed up?
Well,
I mean, she kind of put it out there. She put all their business out there. That's why people are commenting on it. Just like Aisha Curry put all their business out there. Why don't I get attention from men? I want attention from men that's not my husband. Nobody would comment on it if you didn't publicly say anything about it. That's really all this is.
Oh, listen, that's a whole nother story. And that's just the word.
I don't lose no sleep. They're like, oh man, you see that D-Wade make his wife? I mean, I was just joking.
Listen, I wish I could make I don't make my wife do anything, first of all. Right. If I could, we wouldn't be in the headlines all the time. I'd be like, would you stop talking?
When you say, yeah, she be.
You know what I'm saying? My wife is.
She gonna respond now.
And that's another issue too. They're in the headlines all the time because she can't keep her mouth shut. Just to use an example, do you ever hear Savannah James in the press about anything? That's LeBron's wife. We don't know what goes on in a household. We don't know what they do. We don't know what's happening. She don't tell us nothing. That's how it's supposed to be. I don't know what goes on in your household. Y'all don't really know what goes on in mine unless I tell you. That's that's how it's supposed to be. We're not supposed to know what goes on in anybody's household. She talks too much. Richie poor like skinny fat.
You say something, you get out of pocket with us.
Listen, my wife had this microphone way before I did. Y'all been watching Bring It On for a long time.
Right.
She been bringing it on for a long time. So, like, when she say 50-50 and people take a clip of it, yeah, I understand. Like, I listen to all the think pieces. I laugh. I'm like, ooh, okay, that's a point right there. I get that, but that ain't how we live. But I understand your point.
They took it in this little interpretation that you're
50-50 everything. Right. No, it don't work like that. I do all right for myself.
Right.
But in certain moments that we want to do better together, we do better together. And first of all, listen, I told my wife, I said, hey, baby, listen, you're not about to be taking all this time away from the family, building your wealth while I'm spending all mine.
Right.
Well, I don't know where they do that at. All I know is, you know what I mean? She come home and be like, hey, baby, it was good. I'll move on from you. And I done spent all my cheese.
Yeah, right.
She done built all her cheese.
She don't build up. Her stack went like this. Yours went like that.
You know what I mean? I told you how many kids I had before we started. Like, I got ex-wives, I got all kind of stuff, right? But cheese go all over the place. Right. She just building on her cheese and I'm spending on.
That's another messed up thing, too. He said, I got ex-wives all over the place. Not wife, wives. Mind you, we only know about the one. This is a whole mess. This is a whole mess. This is why you don't idolize rich people and entertainers and all these people's relationships and stuff. This is why you don't idolize none of it. Follow the Bible. Keep God at the head of it. Y'all be as close to him as possible so y'all can be close together as possible and just follow the natural order of things. And be you a Proverbs 31 woman. That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. It's very simple. We already read how a guy should act. And there's more into it too, isn't it? What is it? Because they wrote, there's like a whole thing. There's a whole section for the guys. Which it might be Proverbs. It might be the rest of Proverbs. Right here. Jesus had but one bride, the church. Good enough for Christ, good enough for me. Facts. Has. That's the autocorrect on the cell phones. Has. But I feel you. That's how it should be. But you know, when you live a secular life, you do secular things. It's not always right, but all right, y'all. It's getting late, so I'm gonna go ahead and end it. Call it a night. Thank you guys for stopping through. As always, I appreciate every last one of y'all. Tomorrow is Christian Game Room, so we're definitely. I'm gonna have to get off by like 8:30 though, because I do have to record the podcast. So, Fortnite has a new update, something called the Wilds. I played one match. The map is different. It looks really cool, so I might just do that since I have to get off early anyways. And then we'll run Adam Venture episode 2 on Thursday, because that's when we found the Garden of Eden in episode 1, and now we're going to look for, I believe it's Solomon's Temple. So we'll do that on Thursday. But thank you all for stopping by. I appreciate every last one of you guys, and I'll see you tomorrow at the same time. Y'all have a blessed one.